Hello everyone, welcome to Sleepy Notes Club. I hope you're all doing well. So I've been wanting to film this video for a very long time, but I hadn't had a chance and I didn't know how to make it make sense, to be honest. These are all the notebooks that I'm currently using. My ring binders for productivity and my journals as more of my creative kind of outlet, I guess. And honestly, they both keep me sane in its own way. This stack is, like I said, my productivity, and they help me prevent anxiety by organizing my life and helping me on my everyday tasks. And these help me reduce my anxiety. It's just self-care to me, just journaling and scrapbooking and all these things. So as you can actually see, and I just noticed, you can tell like the different in colors, productive and creative. I think I'm gonna start with my two ring binders. This is my pocket and my personal. As always, my system stays the same. There's a couple of updates with like new inserts and new sections, but I do want to film another video that should be up before July ends with a proper update. But let me start with my personal, because my personal is my favorite size, is my main planner. There are a couple new sections. I'm just gonna introduce them real quick. The first section is my money section, so this is where I keep all my bills. I've been doing a lot of projects for my graphic design agency these days as well, so it's always been really useful and something I don't think I can never not have in my personal, because I also like the space with my no spend and everything like that. The other main section in this planner are my trackers, and again there's some new inserts on this one. These I just created myself. I usually just draw my layout, so I finally put my graphic designer hat on and made my own inserts. So I keep all my trackers in here, my workout trackers, my meal trackers, my mini kind of mood tracker as well. That's been always really good. I'm so happy I'm so consistent with them. So like I said, this is the first thing I see in the mornings, and so good because I just go through my personal from start to finish, check in my no spend in the mornings, check if I spent something the day before, then go through my trackers, and then we go to my like mini diary, my one line a day as well. Again, some changes from last time, but I will show you in the next videos. But this is just my like one line a day mini diary that I do every morning. And then I also have my heavy planning here, which is my monthly calendar. This month for sure has been a bit less stressful and full, which I'm very happy about. And I have my weekly inserts, which again there's some new layouts here and inserts that I've printed. I'm still testing them and trialing them, but you know, they've been working really well. I really like these layouts for the weekly. And then my daily section, which if you watch my channel, you know I always love the Filofax inserts, but I decided to again also make my own, see if I can have a bit of peace in that sense. Been trialing these ones one day in one page, and I've also been trialing this one as well yesterday and today, and yeah, it's been pretty good. And then my inbox, like always, pretty good. I've only needed one page for my inbox, which is good. And then a new section I added. I did used to have my notes in here, but then I got rid of them to put in my pocket, but it didn't work. I decided to bring back my note section into my personal, and it's been going amazing as well. And yeah, it's just normal paper here that I'm just writing down things that mean something to me. And then my social section, which is honestly just ideas for like videos and posts, and my like social calendar, which you've seen before. And yeah, that's basically it. So the whole point of this planner is to organize my days so I can actually function in society. But again, this one has been amazing, super consistent. I always am in it, so no problems with this one. System stays the same. The only thing that changes are the covers. and this time I decided to go for my Longchamp, which is one of my favorites. So yeah, that is my personal planner, and I will do a proper flip through next week, I think, for sure. My second very loved size and planner is my pocket planner. This is a new cover. It's a Mulberry agenda. I think it is, well, I don't think it is very old. You can tell there's some scratches, and I think it's so old and used that the leather here should be stiff like this, but it is softer now. And there's something about the marks and how well loved it is that makes me love it even more. I don't necessarily love pristine planners. Better love the better, in my opinion, to be honest. But this is my pocket planner, like I said. I left it on a pause for a bit there because I was using my mini as my everyday carry and wallet for a bit, but again, my mini, I just love it as my stationery dispenser. So this is again that, and this is my purse and my everyday carry again. I take it with me everywhere. I don't look at it as often as my personal, of course. I just look at it when I'm out, when I need to reach for my cards. So all I have here are my shopping list that I do reference a lot, and my diary, more than my monthly. I usually just back plan this from my personal. The thing I care the most about is obviously like my weekly schedule. So this is where I write what we did and what I have to do on the week. So I've been pretty consistent with that as well. And I think again, having one size for each of my needs is what helps me avoid planner hopping. So these two have been very consistent, and I'm really happy about them. But yeah, if you want to see and know more about this and how I plan, then you can watch my other videos, because I've got a lot of videos talking about this too. Now, a quick introduction to this other planner that I was a bit reluctant to show just because it's very, well, it's not finished yet. I used to have my work planner section in my personal that I just showed you, but it was getting too chunky, so I've decided to separate it and make another planner for my work, shop, and my agency and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not gonna show you too much. I think to start with, I have a lot of ideas in here that I shouldn't show, I guess, but it's just my personal planner with word notes, financial calendar to keep up with money properly. I am designing a lot of inserts for myself, and I'm thinking also of opening a shop and things like that. So this is where everything is going. I've also have illustrations that I've been doing and I've done for a very long time, and I want to make them inserts as well. So all of this that I may not need to reach for every day, I decided to just create another space for it instead of having it on my everyday planner. So that's it for my three main binders. I do have a lot of covers, and I just change them mostly every day. I don't know why I'm like that, but they've been working amazing. So now it's time to show you the other side of my brain. This is my creative stack, or personal stack journals. This is my Commonplace. This is my personal diary. This is my scrapbook and my stationery journal. And I don't know why, but my brain loves to separate things in between, let's say, sections or planner sizes, talking about my ring binders, and in this case, books. So I do have one book for each of my interests. So let's start with my personal diary, just because that's the one that is the fullest. As you can see, I don't think I've even used half of the notebook, but it's already like this just because I do like to scrapbook a bit, and I don't know, I just love to paste memories and stuff like that. I cannot remember the brand. I'll try to find it and I will put the link down below, of course. But yeah, this is my personal diary. I do, like some of you know, I do keep a one line a day in my personal binder, but if there's an event or something special that I do wanna journal about, then that's where it goes. This is where it goes. I'm just gonna give you a really quick flip through. This was my bachelorette party in 2023. We went on a local town with my friends, and it was really fun. And as always, I do like to combine like photos, stickers. Even though I'm a sticker hoarder, it's very difficult for me to use my stickers, but if there's one place where I have no guilt of actually using them is in my personal diary. But I also like to add a lot of like scrapbooking pieces from my many vintage books that I collect. So yeah, this was my bachelorette party. This is a very important spread for me. This is the day I got married. It was in Mexico. I'm Mexican, my husband is English, and we actually decided to marry in Mexico in my little hometown, and it was very, very special. And then a couple days after, we flew back to the UK and we started living in the south of England, and it was very nice because we visited a couple of really cool places. We went and visited Lebanon, which is a local town we have very close to our place, and it's very historic and very cool looking. So I'm always also kind of in the lookout for brochures and everything I can find, and it goes here. This is one of my favorite towns in the whole of England, and it's called Bury St Edmunds, and it's amazing. It's so beautiful. And I got this brochure that opens. Wait, how does that open? Oh yeah, it opens like this. Of the Abbey of St Edmunds, the church, and some ruins, which is amazing. It was super pretty. So yeah, I love keeping things like that. I also sometimes just throw things just cause. For example, I bought my husband a Puka tea set, and he loves that brand, and I always forget which ones are his favorites, so I just use this spread to remind me which are his favorite teas, like the tea flavors. And we've been, I think by that point, yeah, we were very obsessed with teriyaki noodles. So yeah, anything that is personal to me, that is maybe an event or dated or just personal between me, my friends, my family, goes in this notebook. This is a trip to Leeds to the north, and we went to see Simple Plan, my teenage favorite band. I was obsessed with them, still am, to be honest. I still listen to them, but I was obsessed, and they are so good live. I totally recommend. I mean, let me know if anyone else was obsessed with Simple Plan back in the days. I'm a millennial. I feel like everyone at least knew who they were. This is a spread I made when we went to the north to visit my husband's family. Yeah, I just made this spread with a couple of like the Starbucks receipts and stuff like that. This is another spread because my husband surprised me with like a hair appointment, which was really cool. It was Mother's Day. We went to visit his mom as well, and we brought cake. I received happy mail from Bixie Plants. Thank you so much. Love all of that. Things like that I love to record. Oh, this is where I tried for the first time the hot cross buns, which were amazing. And I love collecting, well, not collecting, but I love getting, you know, in the supermarkets, they give you for free these recipe magazines. So just like the supermarket magazines, I love to get those, and that's where I get my like food and lifestyle kind of cutouts, and then I use them in my journals. This was my birthday, and we also went to visit a couple of towns, which I love. This is a card that my mother-in-law gave me as well for my birthday, and it was really nice. And we went to Nando's as well, which is my favorite restaurant. You know, I like to record my walks in the countryside. Oh, this is where we went to London, and we visited my favorite skincare and makeup brand, and you know, I bought for the first time properly like a product, which was very nice. This is a trip we made to Frinton-on-Sea, which is a seaside town in the south as well, and we had fish and chips, which was very nice. This was a random thing. I don't even know why I did this, but my husband drew these faces, which is nice. May 11th. That's cool. See, even to me, I just love looking back on these things. We went to the Peak District, and obviously I had to reach out for a brochure. I pasted it here. It was nice memories. This is our 1-year anniversary, wedding anniversary, and we went to a pub, our local pub. This was his idea. It was really cool. We kind of talked about our highlights of the year and wrote it down, so now I'm keeping them here. And I actually stole this menu from the restaurant because I thought it would make it a really good addition to my journal, but also it's a really nice memory. This is our trip, last month's trip to Mexico, which was so full of tasks. More than a pleasure trip, it was more of like a to-do trip, to be honest. But it was very nice. I saw my mom and my dad and my friends. We stayed in a hotel first, and then we stayed in my mom's house, and there was a lot of things wrong with the house, so I had to take care of all of these things. So I just wrote down as well everything we did. I actually cleaned my mom's room, and she is like me, like she used to keep a lot of stationery and paper memories, and I actually kept some of my mom's notes and mini many decorations. These are from the 90s. This is a note she made from the 90s just to remind her, I guess, that the 21st of March is my birthday. Well, there you go. So now I keep them in my journal just because I'm a very nostalgic person, so I just keep everything. And these are all the things we did in Mexico with friends and family and everything, which was nice. Coffee shops we went to, more coffee shops, and we went to a friend's wedding, which was nice. And again, this is the menu. I didn't steal it this time. I think we could take it, or I took it anyway. I recorded a reel about me making this spread from scratch, and I uploaded it to Instagram. But this is a very old trip, I think 2003. We went to New York, me and my mom, and I found all of these goodies in her stash, and I thought, no one is looking at them. She hadn't looked at them in years. I didn't even know we had all these things, so I just decided to journal about them, and now they are with me, and I can look back on them and just have, it gives me a very warm and nice feel. This is again things that my mom had laying around in old magazines, and very old invite for my birthday party. I think it was when I was 5 or something. So I kept it. I love it. Another note my mom made back in the day. I love her handwriting, so I love seeing things like that. Some more old receipts that she kept as well. A note she made as well. And I don't know, just this section is just me keeping things that my mom had laying around for me to remember her in the future. But yeah, so this is, I think, the last couple spreads. We visited London last weekend because a friend came to visit from Mexico, which was very exciting. And for the first time I visited Harrods, and of course we bought a teddy. This is not the teddy, but I found a vintage book that I love about teddies, and this is just a cutout. This is the tag from the teddy, which I love. And we also visited, of course, Big Ben, which is where he proposed to me back in 2022. So we traced our steps, and then we also visited Westminster Abbey, and I bought a couple postcards, which I think this is one of the postcards. So yeah, that is my personal journal as a flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. This is very, very dear to me, and I cannot imagine the size of this when I finish the whole notebook. Is gonna be all around the place like this, I imagine. Now, the other 3 notebooks that I'm gonna show you are gonna go real quick because I just started all of this. I left my other notebooks at home, so I decided to start this new one this month. I think was it June or July, one of the two. So yeah, this is my Commonplace book. I still haven't done the contents. I don't know if I want to use this as recording the contents or just maybe do a spread. Still don't know, but yeah, this is my Commonplace, and I do have some categories. This is just an envelope where I keep nothing. Wow, okay, I should probably keep something there. I think I was gonna keep my stamps. But yeah, anyway, this is my Commonplace / scrapbook. I scrapbook with an intention to Commonplace and to record something that means something to me, I guess, if it makes sense. We're moving back to Mexico very soon, so I'm very interested in exploring decorations, styles. I know what I like, and so I want to record all these ideas that I have, and then when we have our proper home and house, then I can apply all of this to like in real life. So that's my home and garden section. With personal, I mean not really like timed events like anniversaries and stuff like that, but something personal for me. I'll show you because I do think I already made a spread about it. My crafts, because I love crafts in every single sense. I want to get into knitting. I do love DIYs. I love anything paper related. So this is where I'm gonna put things like that. And interests like books, movies, anything I find, then it's also gonna go in here. For example, this is the first one. This is about home and garden, and this is why I call it a scrapbook as well. I'm using bits and pieces from my books and my vintage magazines because that just gives me joy. So like I said, this is home and garden. So my favorite style aesthetically is like the country look, I guess, rustic, yellows, flowers, nature, English cottage style. But this is inspiration that I would like to apply for my future like house and home. Place in the Country is a book that I got on a charity shop, and this author really kind of goes in detail about how to build that sense of a country style. This is continuing that spread about the same book about building your first home, living in the country. So this really just inspires me. This is another spread I made when I went back to Mexico. I found this book that my mom used to keep, and it was really cool. Again, it was really old as well. And then I found this with the picture of the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me so much of my mom. So I had to journal about it, and you know, here it is, bits and pieces of the book. This is something I found on an old magazine as well, and it was talking about these palm devices. And I never had one of these, but I always wanted one, and I just journal about it. So yeah, this is the point. This is my Commonplace, and this is a scrapbook from a Reader's Digest book that I also found. So just paste it here. And this is a Longchamp, however you call it, A5 dotted notebook. So really like the brand. This is gonna be the quickest one, I think, because I also just started this. So the difference between these and my Commonplace is that it only contains visuals, scrapbooks, pieces of magazines, books, anything that I find that I like the look of and I don't want to get rid of. This is where they go. So there's no meaning behind them really, other than the fact that I like how they look, or they mean something to me like aesthetically, or it's just a piece of an article that I don't really want to go into detail and journal about it, but I still don't want to get rid of it, and I want to keep it. This is a place for it. That's why I call it my scrapbook. This is a postcard I bought in Westminster Abbey when we went to London. I love the look of this, so I had to paste it here. And again, I only have 2 spreads because again, I just started this new one. This was a vintage Reader's Digest book. Left it back in Mexico, but I took a couple things from there which I love the look of. This was about in Acapulco. This is a hotel in Acapulco. It's a Mexican state, and it has the beach and everything. So they used to advertise these like outings and trips in magazines back in the day. This is another piece of vintage calendar I think my mom kept, so I just paste it here because I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want them to be stored forever. No one will ever look at them, so I love to just make them part of my life and paste them in my journals, and then when I'm old I can show them to my kids or my friends or whoever wants to listen, or you guys. So now, you know, they have a reason again, I will say. I don't want to be too cheesy, but that's just how I think of this. And this is another part of my mom's book that I really like the look of, because at some point I do want to make one of these. I just decided to journal about it. That's it. So this is my scrapbook journal, and every time I see something I like and I'm not gonna use in my personal diary or my Commonplace, it goes here. And the last notebook is my stationery journal. Every single time I buy a stationery tool, notebook, binder, anything, I like to record it. Oh wait, I forgot to mention, this is a Moleskine A5 notebook in white, which is quite difficult to find, but it's just a rule notebook, before I forget. And this one is, I found it on a charity shop, literally, like it was £1 and it was in like a corner, and I was like, I like the look of that, and I bought it. But yeah, my stationery crafts stationery journal, where I keep everything that I buy. If I get a new book, then I will also journal about it. My dream collab, which was with Filofax back in April, I was so happy. So they sent me a couple things like inserts and stuff like that, and this is my favorite stationery shop in the whole world. It's called Choosing Keeping. It's in London, in Covent Garden. But yeah, I bought a couple things. I got the receipt. These are the same as my number stickers. They are just letter stickers that I bought back in Mexico. I'm running low, but I'm thinking of making my own as well at some point. I will let you guys know. But yeah, this is that time in the stationery shop. I found really cool vintage stickers that I've been using here and there. They were like camping stickers. I found them in a charity shop in May. I really love them, so I decided to journal about them. There you go. These are the pieces of the packaging, and these are some of the stickers as well. And then this is I journal about getting this Longchamp notebook. So I love the color. I think it's called vanilla. Yeah, vanilla color. And so I journal about it because I really fell in love with it, and I just used scrapbook paper and what came with the notebook as well. And then is now my Commonplace and scrapbook. There you go, A5. And then the last bit, because like I said, I just started this notebook as well. Out of all the stationery shops I always kind of try and go to, I found really cool stickers in Office Depot. That's crazy, like vintage old doggies. And I also found these cute ones, but I think these ones were in Miniso. They were only 39 pesos, Mexican pesos, and I just kept this cool packaging thing that came with them, which I really liked, and just some scrapbooks here and there. So yeah, that is literally it. Those are all my notebooks. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, and yeah, I will see you very soon.